if you're experiencing some tightness actually in your shoulder blade, maybe it's from sitting at a computer all day, maybe it's from doing a specific type of move when it came to lifting, or maybe you're even noticing some discomfort kind of right under where the ribs are, underneath that scapula, there's some basic and simple things that you can do to help kind of relieve that area. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Heather here, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, is really looking at the soft tissue surrounding our shoulder girdle. Now, if you haven't head over to my myofascial course where we look at a head-to-toe approach on how to really break down the tissue and then giving you some suggestions and tips regarding some exercises that you can do to help with that discomfort, you're going to want to go ahead and head over to that course today. But for those of you that want to actually just kind of get this shoulder girdle a little bit better functioning, stay on, because now what we're going to do is we're going to address those issues. Now, the first thing we want to address is obviously the soft tissue. And you can go over to the myofascial video that's on the channel that really does start looking at how to kind of dig out the tissue along that shoulder girdle. Now, for those that are like, okay, I've been doing that, but I'm still having some discomfort, here are two really great exercises that you can do to help with that issue. So the first one that you can do, you can either do standing or sitting on the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up against the wall. We're going to place the small of our back up against the wall as much as it can be, along with our upper back as well. Now from here, you're going to see I have really horrible range of motion in my shoulders because my subscaps are extraordinarily tight, and that's the muscle that does lay underneath the scapula. So I'm going to come and I'm going to try to now actually bring it so that my forearm rests against the wall. And now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on pinching and squeezing my shoulder blades together. And I'm going to try to now run my hands up the wall, kind of like I'm doing a shoulder press, and then coming back down. And as you can see, I have really difficulty trying to keep my arms pressed up against that wall as I do this without really, hyperextending my back. Now, for those of you that are feeling like I'm really just hyperextending my back way too much, I'm going to tell you guys, come down right off the bat onto the ground, place your legs straight out in front. Don't do crisscross applesauce, but try to have the legs straight out in front and do it in this position to try to take tension off the low back there. Now, the second exercise you can do is some simple external rotation, because again, if you are kind of coming more forward into your posture, we want to now go ahead and do some basic and simple external rotation. So what we can do is we're going to go ahead and take a band, and a lot of us females probably have bands from just doing a lot of extra glute work. We're now going to take that band, place our hands inside, stick our elbows right at the side of the body. You can see me doing it here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now forcefully take my arms out to the side. So what I'm doing is I'm really pressing my elbows in, and I'm going to show you with my thumbs, I'm externally rotating. So I'm now trying to take my thumbs and bring them out to the side. But I would advise, keep a neutral grip here. So keep your hands just like so, and just trying to pull out that direction. Now, the other thing you could do, if we pretend my band is actually a towel, we would take our arm up, we would take our hand behind, and now what we would do is we would allow for a great stretch here, and we're going to go ahead and try to just now hold and really stretch out that shoulder. So now if you have a very tight very tight tricep muscle here, you're going to feel it, in the tricep as well. But the idea is to really go ahead and increase what we call some scapular range of motion, which is the scap itself. You're trying to increase some motion there. So what you're trying to do when you're grabbing that towel is then go ahead and try to kind of bring both hands down so they're going to actually meet at the center of the body. But again, guys, if you haven't done the myofascial work yet, you're going to want to go ahead and do that myofascial work first and really break down the tissue. And if you're not sure if it's really coming from your subscap, if you're not sure exactly what's going on with that shoulder, take advantage of booking that free consult with me, because I'm here to help. And I really want to make sure that you guys are feeling successful when it comes to your specific styles of training. Now, if you found some value in this video, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so, because as always, Cav and I are here not just to entertain you guys, but also to educate you on all the different musculoskeletal issues that are going on. All right, everyone, I'll catch you in the next video.